Looking sharp.
Mess him up!
Force detected! Clean cycle set to industrial stain. Resuming passive mode.
Alright, clearly she needs something better than that pistol that I gave her. So... there you go. Alright. Here's my shrink ray. I went up here again for no reason. Okay. Revive me, any other Regan?
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight!
Get him!
We're doing this! Here we go!
Centrifuge mode
Damn.
activated.
My boy Grim's here! Get him, Grim! Yeah!
Please pick up. Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Nice. My boy Grim's here to help.
Difficult job ahead? Consider equipping a pack of Sam's Special Solvent Stain-Out Remover. It's ruthless on raw blood splatter.
You know, I could have sworn loss, because I did say skip the hope to Terra 2. Terra 2, not Tartarus. We could have saved this colony, you know. That was always the plan. I revive you, you do as I say. I tell you to go there, get me this, shoot that, and you do as I say. If you'd just listened to me, we could have rescued everyone on the Hope. We could have been the saviors of Halcyon, but you didn't. Fighting back! I've released every prisoner in Tartarus. We'll take this prison over, or die in the attempt. We will not go quietly into the night. And you, don't think I'll go easy on you just because you're a certified simpleton. I don't care how many guns you've brought. If you try and stop me, by law, I'll bloody your damn nose.
Bring it, old man.
I haven't lost yet. I've still got air in my lungs. I've got strength enough to fire a gun, and I've got Halcyon's greatest monster strapped to a chair. Adjutant Akande is my captive. If I'm to die here, then she's coming with me. I can't imagine we've got anything left to say.
Can I persuade him?
So you found out. I suppose it's not enough that you ruin my every plan. You must also humiliate me by reminding me of my failures. Yes, I've killed people. Is that what you wanted to hear? I experimented on dozens of the Hope's colonists. Every last one of them died in agony. They were never patients. No, they were just things. Husks of frozen organic matter. It was only when the screaming started that they became people. It always starts with screaming, followed by thrashing, followed by cell death. The average human adult takes 93 seconds to completely liquefy.
The fuck?
Stop it. Don't you think I know that? I killed all those colonists. I can never atone for what I've done. My life's work has been an exercise in futility. The only honorable way to end it is to go down fighting.
Yo, we got this.
Surrender? Oh, I've had a bounty on my head for years. What do you expect will happen if I surrender? Torture, execution. The board has already extracted the secret of reviving colonists from me. I'm no longer useful to them, so they'll make an example of me.
That's okay.
No, I can't surrender. My life is the only thing I have left. I'm not going to just hand it over to the board's mercy. Enough! I can't take any more of this. I know what you're trying to do, torturing me with your words, reminding me of all my failures.
Listen,
Yes,
baby.
I failed. There, I've said it. I'm a failure. I failed the colony. I failed myself. I failed you. Congratulations. You've broken me. Does that put a smile on your face, you monster?
Well,
I've wasted enough of my breath arguing with you. I've programmed the Labyrinth's mechanical warden to kill you on sight. I'm sorry to have to do this, but I can't take any chances with you.
dude.
You were my greatest success, and my greatest disappointment.
Are you kidding me? I was like one away from like getting it. What the fuck? Alright, Alright. Let's do this. Show him who's the true robot, Sam.
My kind of action.
What I have the trick with. How you saw him? There you go.
second fan coming up.
Is the guy in a fancy sleep? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ah! I think I gotta lock these. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're okay. So close. Come on. No! He dead? Woo! And he is. Alright. God damn it, I keep pressing the wrong button.
You traitor!
That was anticlimactic. Hey. Whew.
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. You were right to
Killed him.
put him down. He was too far gone to be of any use to us. And what about you? You aren't hurt, I hope.
Only my feelings.
I'm not hurt. Well, except for my pride. I can't believe that lunatic got the better of me. You've put down the worst riot in our history, rid the colony of a dangerous madman, and saved my life. The board owes you a tremendous debt. We don't have a moment to lose. We're gonna have to work together to save Halcyon, because the situation is far worse than you imagined. I would like nothing more than to celebrate your victory, Captain. But we have a serious problem on our hands. We've lost all contact with Earth. It's been 3 years since we've received a message. We've had no contact, no signals, nothing. Earth has gone dark. 2 years ago, the Earth Directorate's frigate disappeared en route to Earth. We don't know if they ever made it. We don't know if there's an Earth to go back to.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So, less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth was more than just some distant colonial authority, Dr. Fenhill. Earth was our lifeline. And now, we've been cut loose. We're alone, Captain. That's all I know for certain. Whatever happens to this colony, we're going to have to deal with it on our own. Returning to Earth is not an option. Yes, we do have a long road ahead of us. But I have faith in you. The service you've done for this colony is nothing short of extraordinary. You're the reason I'm still standing here today. The board will survive because of you. And as the board goes, so goes Halcyon. It's time we carried out the program. I trust I can count on your support, Captain.
I guess.
I don't know what I expected. Well, I suppose I'll just get on with saving the colony then. Enjoy your treat.
Wait. Okay, we'll do an actual one. I don't really care anymore. Okay. Oh wait.
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. You were right to put him down. And what about you? Why shouldn't I be interested in the well-being of my finest agent? Not to mention my most... You've put down the worst riot. We don't... What I'm about to tell... We've... Earth... We're... It's time... I support your decision wholeheartedly. You've proven yourself the most in the colony. Now more than ever before, Halcyon needs strong leadership and a steady guiding hand. I look forward to serving as your at. We're on our own now. Earth isn't coming to save us. So we're going to have to save ourselves.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. Its in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any significant threats to challenge their power, the board asserted their control over the colony. The lifetime employment program began immediately. She jettisoned Caldas out of the Hope and transformed the ship into a massive storage facility. One by one, they themselves to the program. They arrived with their families and their friends, their colleagues and their neighbors, and then, one by one, they marched into their stasis chambers. As the workers of Halcyon slept in their hibernation chambers, their settlements became ghost towns, left behind by the board to be reclaimed by nature. Only remained, a shining beacon of civilization in an otherwise abandoned colony. The people of Byzantium spent the rest of their days gorging themselves on their stockpile of resources. As for the workers of Halcyon, they never felt the effects of the collapse. They never felt anything at all. As the board began to enact the lifetime employment program, Sanjar and Zora brought another option to the townships of Terra 2.
Hey.
Many went MSI, bolstering Sanjar's ranks and giving Zora more forces to work with. Though none of Sanjar's policies spread to Byzantium, many smaller townships that might otherwise have been shuttered thrived under his and Zora's leadership. Edgewater's cannery met its production quota for the first time in 3 years. As a result, the adjutant rewarded every worker in Edgewater with a place in the lifetime employment program. Reed Dobson was granted 25 years in suspended animation. However, a computing error adjusted his duration to 250 years. A trouble ticket to resolve this error remained. While the groundbreaker remained mechanically stable, the changing times forced Junlei Tennyson to make some difficult calls on behalf of her community. The work of maintaining independence was an uphill climb, and she found herself caving to bad faith compromises with the board. Time will tell if the groundbreaker can endure. As smaller settlements were swallowed up and their workers drafted into the lifetime employment program, Byzantium continued to thrive. While its citizens lived in decadence and extravagance, a small cadre of scientists worked to solve the nutrition-threatened Halcyon. No one else much noticed the townships that disappeared from the map, or the luxuries that slowly lost their luster year by year. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective, admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. Well, from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe, some even legal. As the board reasserted control over Halcyon, Felix came to realize that his life as an upstart rebel had come to an end. The board's victory crushed any hope for a grand revolution across Halcyon. Felix, once again, found himself without a purpose in life. And so, disillusioned with his former boss and with nowhere left to go, Felix left his crew without saying goodbye. He was never heard from again. As a reward for his part in her courageous rescue, the adjutant invited the vicar known as Max to become one of the leaders of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. But Max had no interest in serving any organization, let alone the OSI, which he knew would never tolerate his heretical theories. Instead, he attempted to minister to the people of Byzantium. They rejected his ideas, being far too satisfied with their own material comforts. Disillusioned, Max gave up and left the city. He was never heard from again. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. As the board began to roll out their lifetime employment program, Parvati was increasingly plagued by dreams of freezing to death and rarely left their shared quarters. Stymied by dwindling resources, Junlei struggled to keep the Groundbreaker afloat. Their relationship couldn't survive the strain. Parvati moved into crew quarters and found work servicing water pumps in hydroponics. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation that accompanied you. Awareness outlined superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. You know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon. Minister Clark was released from house arrest that would be coming from Earth. He threw his considerable efforts and instrumental in executing the Lifetime Employment Program. Following the death of Chairman Rockwell, Sophia Akande served as the loyal adjutant freelancer, now the most powerful person. With Halcyon's workers suspended in a state of hibernation, starvation and chaos are problems of the past. The Lifetime Employment Program succeeded in its goals, but that success came at a price. A Halcyon day is nothing to them, but all the resources serve the lifestyle, thereby Halcyon, smallest and most colonies in the system. And what about you? The unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon. Chaos on Tartarus, and felt the most capable leader with Sophia Akande as your adjutant. You returned in triumph. Halcyon was yours. In time, you demonstrated a talent that far surpassed your predecessor, Chairman Rockwell. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years to follow, and helped ensure the colony's survival. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. For certain is this: the name of the unreliable, the countless stories for to come.
Is that it? Oh man, poor Felix and Max. Those poor guys. Those poor guys. It was a pretty good game. Pretty fun. Alright, yeah, that's it. Alright guys. I will see you all in the next one.